Many peoples were still in the hangover of the New Year, which was just 8 days after the New Year Eve. The flight was scheduled at 5:15 local time, but was delayed, and it was scheduled at 6 hours 14 minutes. There were totally 176 passengers on board, including 9 crew members, out of which 15 passengers were children. The passengers happily boarding the plane never knew that they were just less than 2 minutes away from their death. After immediate takeoff, that is as per the time schedule for departure, within the 2 minutes of departure, the plane got crashed, killing all 176 passengers on board, leaving behind the ash. Now let us know what is the story behind the plane crash which has killed almost passengers on board, that is 176, which includes 9 crew members and 15 children. The incident occurred during 2019-20 Persian Gulf crisis. At the time of heightened tensions, 5 days after US President Donald Trump ordered a drone strike in Iraq, which killed an Iranian Major General Qasem Soleimani, who was called the King of Military in Iran. After the US drone strike, it was on 8 January, the Iranian Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps took a revenge, launching numerous ballistic missiles at western Iraq, as well as on another airbase, Erbil, Iraqi Kurdistan, in response to killing of Major General Qasem Soleimani. Hours after Iran's retaliatory ballistic missile attacks, it was preceded by an order from US Federal Aviation Administration that all American civilian aircraft avoid Iranian airspace, and was followed by similar orders by several other nations and airlines, including Ukraine. Experts have questioned Iran's decision to not close its airspace after launching missiles. General Amirali said a request had been made for a no-fly zone before the incident, but for the reasons that are unclear, this request was rejected. After successful takeoff of Flight 752 at 6 hours 14 minutes 20 seconds, immediately within 2 minutes, the flight was at 7,925 feet, and the flight was climbing at a rate of 3,000 feet per minute. Simultaneously, on the other side, the IRGC was observing an unknown object flying in air. The IRGC thought it was a counterattack from US. Responding immediately, they fired the Takeoff missile, ballistic missile, which took down 176 souls on board into ashes. Flight 2 was shot down by IRGC, Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps of Iran. The IRGC said Iranian President Hassan Rouhani that it was a human error responsible for the plane crash. Although initially Iranian aviation authority denied the plane was hit by the IRGC ballistic missile and said the technical error was the main responsibility for the plane crash. While Ukrainian authorities, after initially deferring to the Iran's explanation, said a shoot-down of the flight was one of their main working theories. Investigation by Western intelligence agencies and general public had revealed the aircraft had been shot down by Takeoff surface-to-air missile launched by Iran. 3 days later, on January 11, 2020, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps of Iran (IRGC) accepted that they have shot down the aircraft, thinking that it was a cruise missile coming from US space and killing 176 people on board. Of the 167 passengers, 138 were traveling to Canada via Ukraine, Many of the Iranian Canadians were affiliated with the Canadian University as students or academics who had traveled to Iran during Christmas break. The crash was the largest loss of Canadian lives in aviation since 1985 bombing of Air India Flight 182. The passengers on board by nationality who were killed were Iran 82 passengers, Canada 63, Ukraine 11, Sweden 10, Afghanistan 7, United Kingdom 3. The total were 167 passengers and 9 crew members on flight. According to the Iranian officials, 146 passengers used an Iranian passport to leave Iran. 10 used an Afghan passport, 5 used a Canadian one, 4 a Swedish one, and 2 used Ukrainian passport.